Last night, I had another John L Sullivan dream. We were in Paris at a certain cafe. Monica Bellucci showed up with some friends. I think Gentleman Jim was there, but we couldn't see his face. John, Monica, and her friends were very pleasant. We all had a damn fine coffee. And then Monica said to John,
"Did you know Carl the Cobra Frotch knocked out George Groves in front of 80,000 screaming fans at Wembley Stadium?"
This is Rummy's Corner. So 5 quick random boxing opinions. Number 1, I really miss HBO Boxing. With all of the various places boxing is broadcast or streamed these days, ESPN, The Zone, Fox, Showtime, I can't help but miss the glory days of HBO Boxing. Maybe I'm a dinosaur, or maybe what I really miss is an earlier time when top boxers were matched against other top boxers more frequently. But for me, the production values of an HBO broadcast still represents the gold standard in boxing broadcasting. And I wish some of these other services would take note of what made HBO's presentation superior to what we are getting today, in terms of generating excitement in the build-up, quality commentating, factual accuracy, and especially the camera work, which you'd think would be better today, but it really isn't, with angles and framing that is often too tight to see the action unfold. Even though they've been out of boxing for a number of years now, for me, HBO Boxing is still number 1 historically in my lifetime. Number 2, I think all 4 alphabet bodies, the WBA, the WBC, the IBF, and the WBO, well, frankly, I tend to believe they all suck out loud. And while I know it's a pipe dream, I really think the entire state of boxing would benefit tremendously if we could just consolidate things down to 1 champion per division, and ideally less weight classes in total. But eliminating corruption from the shady sanctioning bodies would be the biggest blessing the boxing gods could ever bestow upon its faithful fan base. Number 3, on a quasi-related note, we haven't had an undisputed world heavyweight champion in more than 20 damn years. Lennox Lewis last held that distinction all the way back in April 2000. I'm old enough to remember the excitement of watching Mike Tyson collect the belts one by one back in the late 80s, and how during the 1990s, we had 5, count 'em 5, undisputed world heavyweight boxing champions throughout the decade, which incidentally, my next video after this one will be the one on the 1970s heavyweight champions. Part of the reason we've had no undisputed heavyweight champions is because of the shenanigans of various alphabet bodies, shady promoters, and greedy networks. But all of that said, I am very optimistic about the prospects of a showdown between Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk for undisputed heavyweight supremacy this year. I am very hopeful it will come together this year, and boxing needs and deserves this fight. I am predicting that the fight will happen this year, or at least I'm hopeful it will. And if any of the damn alphabet bodies try and ruin the undisputed status, then they can go get bent. Number 4, I really miss Emanuel Steward. In my opinion, he was the greatest ambassador for boxing I witnessed in my lifetime. He was an extraordinary trainer, an intelligent and knowledgeable commentator, and just an overall extraordinary asset to the boxing world. I'm biased here because I was fortunate enough to have developed a bit of a friendship with Emanuel in the later years of his life. And it's hard to believe he's been gone more than 10 years now. But I really do believe he was the greatest boxing ambassador I've ever seen. His genuine enthusiasm and passion were contagious, and his command of boxing history and practical knowledge as a teacher made him truly one of a kind. I can honestly say without hesitation, were it not for Emanuel's inspirational ways, this channel would have never existed. He was an incredible human being, and I miss him dearly. And number 5, I think each and every one of you should make a point to try and watch the epic first fight between Archie Moore and Yvonne Durrell. The old mongoose versus the fighting fisherman. For those who haven't seen it, I won't spoil the result here. And for those who have already seen it, if it's been a while, give it a fresh look. In my humble opinion, not only is it my favorite older fight that predates my life, but the fight itself is truly inspirational stuff. The Old Mongoose and the Fighting Fisherman. What a hell of a fight. And finally, well, the real reason I wanted to do a quick episode here was to thank all of the fans for their tremendous support over the years. The channel is coming on 8 years old, and this being what is technically my 250th episode, never in my wildest dreams did I imagine this channel would ever get this type of support. When I originally started this channel, it was intended as nothing more than a temporary side hobby, but the magnificent support from all you wonderful boxing fans inspired me to keep going with it, and here we are. Can't believe the channel has 250 episodes as it approaches its 8th year anniversary. I sincerely appreciate the support and promise I will do my best to try and produce the best boxing content I'm capable of producing for as long as I can. Thank you very much for all the wonderful support, everyone, and hopefully 2023 brings us some damn fine boxing. Have a wonderful night, everyone. This is Rummy's Corner. Corbett was there. We couldn't see his face, but I know it was him.
You know, Quasimodo predicted all this.